All right, super legend. What made you say yes to Permission to Flourish
Yeah.
too?
So Dre and Jay, like both of you, really love and appreciate so much. And I think one of the mottos that I've been living since 2024 is say yes and figure out the how later. So I remember when Dre reached out and it was like, Jay liked you and liked your energy, and she would really like you to be considered in this book. I was like, hell yes, just bring it on. And I would really say I've been an advocate for power of one, because for me it was one question that changed my life. So honestly, I do really believe like one question, one video, one sentence, one quote can absolutely change someone's life. So I was hoping for like kind of to be an advocate for this chapter, or for someone maybe reads this chapter, reads a question, reads something, or reads other people's chapters. I can, even if it's 1% change and shifts people's perspective, I'll be happy. That's why I was say yes and figure out the how later. No one is an author. No one was born author. No one was born a speaker. But it's all about the skill. And with you guys, it made even much simple things. It was so easy, so amazing. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Awesome. Oh, love that answer. Yeah, thank you, Haig. And how did you know what part of your life or what part of your journey or your story that you wanted to share?
Look, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be tell you it was easy. I had like 16 stories laid out. It's like, oh wow, 16 stories and 16 chapters, and like which one goes where, and like I even maybe have content for other books in the future as well. But I think for me was I just wanted to serve the one person, which was Haig, reading this 5 years ago. Someone, my past self, reading this book, and it made sense. So that's why I kind of added the chapter where I was struggling mentally, emotionally, physically, and it was that point where like everything, I was sick and tired of everything that was happening. When we say like if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you have to change. So I was hoping to just add that chapter of my life where people, were my past self at least, or someone who can relate, can actually get triggered with what was happening, and just be a wake up call. That's why I got that kind of specific insight on. Yeah.
Awesome. And what was the writing process like for you? And did you feel any of emotions that you did like in the past? What sort of emotions came up for you?
Like for starters, I would say if it wasn't for Usher and Jay and you and all, man, my English, I don't want to say it's the worst, but like they help to widen and stretch and make the messaging seem much better. So the way I wrote it, the way they sent it and published it and reverted back to me, they really made it in a way that was amazing. And I'm so thankful for them, because they made me kind of aware of things that wasn't aware of. Because there was a chapter they told me like, what would happen if you add more into it? So I would say I felt all of sorts of emotion, because Dre and Jay, honestly, at one point there was a chapter where I closed my eyes and I really remember the time when I was struggling. And there was a specific chapter where I said I went to my room after being an hour, in year long. Like, so I went for a year and came back. So I came back from a different identity. So there was a chapter where I said, like, I visualized my past self being on that bed. And I literally closed my eyes when I was writing. I really saw my past self, because that was what happened. I came back to my room after 18 kilos lost, and a lot of things happened. So I was just looking at my past self and really just trying to visualize I was holding his hand. So a lot of emotions came up, because I never thought, because I always say my origin story, but never have I thought of it this way when I was writing this story. So that's why I thank you guys, because it gave a lot of emotions that I never thought it would show up, just because sometimes it's different when we say it out loud and it's different when you're writing it. So I felt all sorts of emotions. Like I had this hopeful. I was even while writing it, I was feeling, oh shit, I don't want to go back to that phase where I was. But I was hopeful. I was like feeling all sorts of emotions. It was weird. I would say it was a very weird feeling, but I was so happy. Like wow, yeah, it was amazing.
I love that. And what's been your highlights so far?
So first of all, I would say thank you, Dre and Jay, for sure for all the publishers and all the insights they gave us. Because for me, it's one thing just thinking something out, and it's something to together with the like-minded people and just sitting together and just think of good thoughts. And I think just a part of being with around like-minded individuals who all are surrounding, like everyone is writing their chapter to better themselves and better the people who are going to read this. So we're all like kind of just inspiring and serving the other people to just just kind of grasp the thing. So I would say amazing people around me who all wrote beautiful chapters that I really can't wait to listen and share everyone's story around them, because I think it's just about the ripple effect. And if each one of us can just share and their message to people who resonate, it's amazing. And of course, the team, man, the consistency, the punctuality of everything was amazing. It was amazing. So I used to get this, and I was always tell Dre, I always used to tell Dre J that even if Asher sent me the first one, I would be the last one to send it. Why? I don't know why. I am a last minute person, but I was happy that they were amazing. They were consistent with us. They were like, everything that I said, like, was laid out. They made it much more easier for me. I never thought of just writing it in this simple. So I would say the people, you guys, the teams, and especially the chapters and the people, everything around it. Because I would give credit to everyone, because everyone I know that given, and everyone who read my book, everyone who read the chapter, everyone who read each word and perfected it, and really, I want to give credit to everyone, especially people who I don't know or I didn't even meet, like Asher and the team. So I would say the whole environment. Thanks for this. Because you can easily go and write a book and write a chapter, but I think it made me just want to write more and want to add more words and want to like inspire more, because I know that it will reach a lot of people. And it's about the service, not just about selling a book, and it's not about the Amazon bestseller. It's just about, I think, getting the chapters to people who need to listen to it. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Haig, yeah, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm going to throw in another question.
Sure.
So with your chapter, if you wanted the reader to take away just one thing, what would be that one thing that you'd want the reader to take away from your chapter? So I know that I'm putting you on the spot now.
No, I love it, because I would say, since I'm wearing the glass, I would give it a quick analogy. I would say, these are my glasses. So if I gave you Dre or Jay, you won't be able to see through my glasses. Meaning, God gave each one of us a vision and a path to see. And if we consistently want to be guided by what we think we should do or what others think we should do, or be guided, okay, take my vision, you won't be able to see it clearly. And that's what we do in life. We end up our lives just living other people's lives and think through the lenses when it's God gave me prescription for me. So I think it's just about, yes, getting the support. Like, it's one thing from asking for advice and permission or asking for support. I used to be the person that wants to just take advice. I would say ask people for support, but it's your life, it's your glasses, it's your mission. So you have to just push up your own, like do your own push-ups, your own. So I would say never expect other people to see your vision and life from their lens of glasses, because each one has their own perspective. Each one has their own. So yeah, so I'd say like just follow your mission, follow your path, and yeah, that's what I would say.
Boom. Haig, mic drop. I love that answer. All right, last question, and I'll pass over to Jay for the final words. Do you have any feedback for us on how we can improve things? So we've got probably about 3 or 4 books coming up in the future. Any feedback for us?
Like, I honestly love the level of professionalism and punctuality and everything that you guys did. One thing I might maybe add is maybe for us, whoever writing the book, to maybe connect with each other more, to understand each other's stories more. Maybe, sometimes, let's say if 3 people are talking about fear of rejection, maybe the other people can talk about, I don't know if it makes sense, but like I would like to even know like Alyssa's story. I would like to know Chantel's, and like I don't know their stories or their chapters. So I would say maybe just more about understanding what they're writing and what they are writing, or maybe to just each one talk about their story or their chapter very quickly, to just understand each other's fears. Because if I, let's say, hear Dre's mention something, maybe I would remind something for me to mention it as well. So I would just say, because I would love to know like what Alyssa wrote and what the other wrote, just like briefly. But other than that, I just want to thank you guys, because for me, I never expected it to be really that simple. Like, the instructions were beautiful. I was telling Dre, like, I have this map of floor, so I can know every single day. So 18th is when I send my final draft. 22nd is when the campaign starts. Like, everything was very punctual, and the publishers and the editors and everything that was sent was beautifully written and beautifully swayed, and they answered all sorts of questions. So I would say this part, amazing. The only thing that I would maybe only add as to understand more of the other people's chapters, to maybe even for the book, maybe you and Jay would tell me, hi, I think we mentioned a lot of fear of failure. Let's maybe mention more about fear of success, for example, if there were common traits or common fears or common story. But I loved mostly that each one shared their own story or part of the story, and this was freaking amazing, honestly. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. So thank you guys for this opportunity. Like, it's yet alone is amazing, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you, Haig. That's a great idea. So maybe at the beginning, we could go round like people that are on the call. Have you got any ideas on what part of your story that you'd like to share? I think that could work, quite nicely. And all right, Jay, over to you for the final words.
Haig, I just wanted to thank you so much for trusting us and just being a part of this project because you put yourself out there and I just so appreciate you being authentic and just really putting that story out there to help others. And I love your vision and what you stand for. And thank you for trusting us. Truly appreciate it.
I just love you guys and just want to tell you, like, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And life is changing for each one of us, for each one who's going to read the book, who's going to read the chapter, because I believe the power of one. Like, one thing can change. And this book, honestly, I think would be amazing because each one of us has a story to share. But mostly, what's more amazing than this, the people who came up with the idea and gathered the people, you and Dre. I wouldn't think of writing a chapter or a book. So thank you guys for allowing us to share our voice and our message, because eventually I'm going to go on stage and say, guys, I co-authored in a book thanks to these people. Not thanks to me, thanks to these people that gave me the stage and the platform, the opportunity, and the chance to just do it. So I cannot thank you enough, and the team, because sometimes we always say, I wrote a book, but who made this idea? Who gave it this idea? It's Dre's consistent messaging on Messenger and people who raise their hands. There's a consistent follow-up from Usher, from Jay, and I think these are the milestones of the book. I don't like. It's not the end chapter. I think it's the progress, the time you guys waited for. Haig, you have an hour submitted. I think these are the turning points where it made this whole process nice. It's just about the book. So I would just thank you guys because it gave me a chance to also go back in time and think about the platform. I'm just saying, I don't want to say I'm an author, but like I co-authored in a book, and this alone is amazing to just help people out. And I was telling Dre, I would love to just buy 20, 30 copies just all over Jordan, just show the book for everyone to just, I'm sure it's gonna. So I would say it's you guys. Thank you for collaborating and getting us to share it through your voice, through the platform, through your messaging. So it's all about you guys. Thank you so much for giving us, honestly. We can't give you credit enough because I don't know if we give you guys credit enough, you and the whole team. So I'm so thankful for you guys, honestly. Yeah.